There's supposed to be a family reunion today, but the skies are looking pretty dreary. Hopefully we don't get rained on. So I had wanted to take this weekend to kind of do a spiritual reset because I need it. Because the human has been having to human. She's tired. It's time to recenter, rebalance, refocus. Maybe tomorrow. I forgot that I have a family reunion this evening. I have my live with my members in a little while. Twice a month we have a live Zoom call. If you're interested in that, go sign up for Club Shift. It's a nice little community where you can learn from one another and share what you're going through on this spiritual journey and ask questions and things like that. I meet with them live twice a month on Zoom. So anyways, I have my live with them today at 1 o'clock. And then I have to finish baking the cake. I have to edit some videos. Oh, I have to film 2 videos so that I have something to post tomorrow. And then I have family reunion this evening. And so, like, it's going to be a day. So maybe tomorrow. I've been listening to The Law of One. Have you guys listened to that? I listened to about half of it at least a few years ago. And I have mixed feelings about it. Some of the things resonate, and some of the things I'm like, It goes against everything Spirit has told me. It goes against what my intuition tells me. So like, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And so Jay and I decided to start reading it again. We're listening to the audiobooks. And that way we can talk about it on the podcast this fall. And I asked him yesterday what he's thinking, and he's like, I don't know, some of it I'm just not vibing with. Some of it does not feel right to me. And I'm like, yes, me too. Some of it does. But some of it I'm like, mm-mm. So if you've ever listened to the Ra material, R-A, like the Egyptian sun god, if you've ever listened to The Law of One, the Ra material, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Some people are just like diehard, yes, the Law of One is the law, this is the way it is, and I feel like it's just trading one doctrine for another. Also, they refer to the one true creator, which you can refer to these things as anything you want, but if they're saying this is the way it is, and they're from whatever dimension they're from, they're not earthly beings, why are they calling the creator being? Why are they calling the creator being Adonai and Yahweh? Because those are Hebrew words from the Bible. So, I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to try not to judge it too hard. I'm just taking it in as material for curiosity's sake so that I can say that I've read it and that I'm familiar with it, because a lot of people ask me about it. And I want to responsibly say, yes, I've heard of that. Yes, I've read it. But I want to do it in a space without judgment. Even if I feel like it's not for me or it doesn't vibe, knowledge is always power. And there's never anything wrong with just going into something with an open mind and curiosity and just seeing what something's about. So don't ever be afraid to do that. Doesn't mean that you have to take it and hold it and go, this is mine now, forever. No, sometimes you're just gathering information. All right, so we have a busy day today. Hang out with me. And then maybe you can hang out with me tomorrow too, while I do a spiritual reset. We'll reset our bodies and our homes. All right, you guys. Talk to you in a little bit. Do you like my apron? Do you like my apron? All right, let's make this cake. One for them, one for me.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, and welcome to the Wholeness Shift. My name is Veronica, and if this is your first time here, welcome. So as you can see, I took the handle of a long spoon and poked holes in there, and then I'm going to mix up the Jell-O and pour it over. All right, now I'm gonna stick that in the fridge for a few hours and let it chill. Time got away from me. Hello. Time got away from me, and I'm supposed to be there in like just a few minutes. I mean, you don't have to be on time, but I should be there soon. Anyways, I'm just putting whipped cream on the top. My God, I could eat a whole tub of Cool Whip by myself. Anyways, so as you can see, the Jell-O has set up. And now I'm just gonna put this on that. Oh my God, so yummy. It's so light and cool and refreshing on a hot summer's day. Right now I think it's like 92 outside. And if you live in another country where they don't have Cool Whip, which is just unfortunate for you, it's just a shame. But I'm sure you can just whip up some whipped cream and put it on here. I think it has a little bit more than whipped cream though. I don't know. I think I saw someone make it one time and it had lemon juice in it, believe it or not, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You could Google a recipe, how to make your own Cool Whip. It's really just whipped cream. And then I just have some red and blue sprinkles. I'm gonna throw it on because we fancy. This is about the least fancy cake I could imagine.
This was not entirely so, as there was a proper calling for this information. When there Raw, I am raw. Although the impression that they had given to the questioner. We shall now continue with the material from yesterday. You stated that about 3,000 years ago, the Orion group left due to diaspora. Was the Confederation then able to make...
Does anyone watch The DIY Life? A Lowe's trip, a Lowe's trip. Every single day it's a Lowe's trip. I love that channel. A couple of my baskets did not fare so well with this heat. So I'm gonna see what they have, but not for $37. We will find cheaper options. Are gorgeous, but they are $36 and they don't tolerate the heat very well either. So, ooh, something over here smells amazing. It's not that lavender. What else is it? It's not the petunias because those kind of stink. Wow, something smells amazing. I think you will come home with me. anytime you come to Lowe's or Home Depot, always go to the back and check out the clearance. See all those racks back there? Those are all things that are starting to wilt or they're not looking the prettiest, and so they mark them like way down. I've gotten so many beautiful plants that bounce right back as soon as you show them a little love. Everything's usually at least half off, if not more. Was 16, which means it's now 50% off, so $8. Those ones up front that were 36, they're now like $8. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Not a whole lot to celebrate this year, in my opinion. I mean, it's hard to celebrate freedom and independence and democracy when that feels like it's all being shattered in our country. Our country's kind of in distress right now. But nonetheless, happy 4th of July. And to celebrate, I am gonna make some hot dogs because I was craving some hot dogs, but I'm not gonna barbecue and make burgers and all that American stuff. I'm gonna make some Mexican rice to honor all of the poor Mexican people that are being treated so badly in my country right now. So, if you don't agree with this and you don't like it and you wanna give me grief, just save your breath. But if you wanna learn how to make Mexican rice, stick around, let's do it. I currently have about a tablespoon or 2 of oil in the pan and a cup of jasmine rice. And you wanna cook that until it is golden brown. It's starting to brown, but it's not there yet. Certainly don't want to burn it, but you want to get it nice and toasty. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell how golden brown that's getting on camera. Like I said, it does look a little white, but just trust that in real life it's a nice toasty brown color. Alright, so I'm going to add the 2 cups of water, and this is all on like medium heat right now. So we're going to add the 2 cups of water. I'm going to add a packet of Sazon, and this is just I had a couple different kinds in the cupboard. This is the oh gosh, hang on, when we're done I'll tell you. It's the one with like coriander and whatnot in it. And then you want to add a tablespoon of tomato bouillon. And you want to add a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, chicken noir. And you can season it to taste. You can put as much as you want in there, or as little, but that's what I add. And then these are the 2 optional things. I'm going to add a little can of green chilies. And I'm going to add a can of pigeon peas. I don't know if you could see that. Is it? I can't tell. I'm sorry, it's not wanting to focus. Anyways, these are rinsed. Okay, so I'm going to stir those in. Get it all nice and combined. And then I'm going to put the lid on, turn it up to high, and I'm going to let that cook for 15 minutes. Don't touch it for 15. I was gonna work outside today or go swimming or something, but it's so hot outside. It's like 90 degrees, but really humid. So anyways, I hope your guys are all doing well and having a good long weekend if you're in the United States. Oh, I just went to Michael's. So first of all,
if the person who just gave me the really generous super thanks on YouTube is watching, thank you. That really meant so much to me. That was so generous of you. And I want you to know that I used a little bit of your super thanks money, and I went to Michael's, which is a craft store if you don't know. And I've been wanting to do something creative and tap into my creativity some more, right? So I bought a watercolor set. First I got like some extra colors, and I got a little watercolor tablet of paper, and then I bought a kit. I wasn't gonna buy a kit because they're usually kind of worthless, but it comes with, I don't know if you could see behind it, there's a booklet that has practice pages. Like it gives you the painting and then tells you how to recreate it so you can practice. And since I'm starting from scratch, I thought this would be a good place to start. So anyways, thank you. So I shucked a couple ears of corn so I can have some corn on the cob, and always add a little bit of sugar. It helps the sweetness of the corn. And then once that starts boiling, you want to let it boil for about 7 minutes or so. And since I'm not doing a grill outside, I'm going to cook up some hot dogs. Normally wouldn't have this much butter, but this is how much I had in a stick, and I threw it in here and it was probably way too much. But we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, if you're cooking hot dogs on the stove, don't use this much butter. This was not intentional. You don't need this much. But I'm sure you know how to cook hot dogs. You don't need me to tell you. Do you boil your hot dogs or fry them? I like them fried. I love them outside on the grill most of all, but since we're not outside on the grill, frying is second best. Oh my gosh, have you guys tried these? They're Vlasic dill pickle balls. They're like cheese puffs, but they're dill pickle. They're so good. My mom had some and I tried them. I didn't think I'd like them and I loved them. I had to go get some. That bag, I'm gonna have to give most of it away because there's no way I could eat that bag, but delicious. Okay, so our timer's going off. We are going to turn the heat off, but we're not gonna touch it for another 10 minutes. Don't look at it, don't breathe, don't talk to it, just leave it alone for 10 minutes. Okay, so our rice is done. I'm gonna reset the timer for 7 minutes since that's boiling now. All right, time to take the lid off. Yum. You know what? Nice and fluffy. Nice and moist and fluffy. I cooked it a little high. It looks like it got a little burned on the bottom. Damn it. I hate that. On one stove you could cook it on high, on another that stove's too powerful. High is, you gotta cook it on medium. So you do it according to what your stove would say. But anyways. Delicious. Delicious. Yummy. Let's go smash. I'm so excited. I'll be able to eat like this much of it because of my surgery. My stomach's not that big, but I still tend to make plates as if it is, so this might take 2 or 3 rounds to go through today.
Anyways, happy 4th of July, you guys. I hope you're having an amazing holiday. I hope somewhere you enjoyed some fireworks, even if it was just on TV. I hope that you feel some love, and I hope that you send the United States of America some love and some light and some good wishes and good vibes, because she's still a very beautiful place. And I'm proud to be an American, and we will get this country back on track and solid again. I have faith that we will. Happy 4th of July, you guys. Now coffee. I got up and took a beautiful, long, lovely everything shower and totally pampered and nourished my body. And I'm all lotioned and powdered and perfumed up and feeling good. I have on a comfortable sundress because comfort is key. I just meditated, as you saw. I normally just kind of flop down on the couch, but today I was like, I really want to go above and beyond to get myself mentally like in the zone of, we are taking care of ourselves today, we're honoring our mind, body, spirit. So I wanted to get out my meditation cushion, sit there, use my singing bowl, light some incense, do a little smudge with some Palo Santo, and set the tone for the day. I've been meditating around lunchtime or maybe even in the afternoon lately, and I wanted to set the tone for my day, so I did it first thing this morning. And now I'm drinking coffee. And I was going to stir in some nutmeg and some cinnamon because it's really good for like prosperity and all the things, but I forgot and I'm not getting back up. So just know the intention is there. But if you're gonna add those things, put a little in your coffee and stir it clockwise, because that means you want to pull it towards you. If it's something you want to push away, you stir counterclockwise. I was actually going to meditate out on the patio today, because I got up really early
and it's already 90 degrees. It's already 90 degrees with the sun blazing, and I'm just like, I'm good. I'll be in the house if you need me. So the plan for the rest of the day is I'm going to do a little bit of spiritual reset on my house at the end of the work week. Today's Saturday. At the end of the work week, my house is kind of disheveled. There's piles of clutter everywhere, things that came in the house and I just didn't have time to put them away, whatnot. So I want to do a little bit of a spiritual reset on my home, get things spiffied, get the energy flowing and beautiful, get the vibes raised a little, have it smelling good and looking as good as I feel. So, anyways, that's the plan. And then I'll probably edit a little bit because editing is life, unfortunately. I don't mean unfortunately, because I love the end result of the editing. I love my channel. I love being able to share all the things with you guys. But the process of editing in and of itself, not the biggest fan. It takes so long. And then, you know, I bought that watercolor kit the other day. So, I don't know, maybe I'll get into that. Maybe. I'm in the procrastination phase because I don't want to mess it up and I don't know how good I'll be at it. I anticipate that I won't be good at all. But maybe I'll surprise myself. You know, several years ago, my friend Donna had taken me, she got me a Christmas present to one of those, like, sip and paint things. You know, we didn't have wine, but, you know, the premise where you go and you have a glass of wine while you're painting a picture type of thing. And I was so afraid to go because I just knew I'd be so bad at it. Like, even if I have a straight edge, I can't draw a straight line. I'll go wonky. Like, I'm very creative and I'm very good at crafty things, but I have to pick and choose. Like, if I'm painting or drawing or doing something like that, that skill didn't come with me in this lifetime. But anyways, so we went to this painting thing, and although I don't love the painting itself, it's very cartoonish, very childlike, the thing that they had us draw. I thought I did really good. You know, they give you a canvas, like there's one painting that the whole class paints the same painting. And they sketch out with pencil a very faint drawing on the canvas, and then you fill it in. And so it was I'll insert a picture. It was a bicycle with a basket on the front. And then you could choose to do whatever you wanted with the basket. You could choose to put in a kitten, you could choose flowers, you could choose bananas, whatever you wanted. So anyways, I liked the way it turned out. I was impressed with myself. You know, I mean, it's certainly not professional, but I had fun and it turned out well. And I just decided to turn my downstairs family room into a more fun and whimsical space, because like the rest of my house is so put together and serious, like it's so grown up. And I have all of these things that I've done that, like, they don't go in my living room, like cross-stitch pictures that I've made and that I love them, but like they're not my decor. What do I do with them? And I always had them in my guest bedroom, and I'm like, you know, I need to stop shutting away the things that I've made. So what? So they don't go. Like, we're gonna make it go. We're gonna make a space that's a little more whimsical. So my downstairs family room is gonna be that place. I already did the bathroom in slightly brighter colors than I normally would, and I always see these little things when I, like on Temu and whatnot, like these little pictures of aliens giving a peace sign or making heart hands, things like that. So like I bought a couple, I put it on the wall. I'll insert some pictures here. And then on the wall behind the couch, I decided to hang all of my art or things that I've made. So it looks a mess right now because there's not a lot to fill in this gallery wall, but over time, I'm gonna add to it and add to it and add to it, and eventually it's gonna look really good. But for right now, I have stuff hanging up there. I have more somewhere. I need to pull it out and frame it and hang it up. I just have never done that yet. And I tend to give away a lot of the things that I make because I never had anywhere to put them. So, like, I know my daughter Courtney has a lot of the things that I made, and yeah, various people do. I've always just given them away. So maybe I'll start keeping some of them and hang them up. So anyways, I anticipate that the watercolor might be the same thing. I think watercolor is a little bit more forgiving. I could be wrong. What do I know? I know nothing about watercolor other than I like it. So maybe I'll be really good at it. You know, when I was in nursing school, I was terrified of having to learn to start IVs for the same reason. I'm like, if there's a big basket right in front of me, I cannot throw something and hit that basket. I'll be like, like my sense of direction is like, and so I anticipated that I would be really bad at starting IVs, and I didn't want to poke people too many times, right? No, turns out I was the best in my class. I was amazing at starting IVs. I had a knack for finding those veins and for like making it happen. And so like if I was the person that if on other floors of the hospital they were having trouble getting an IV started, they'd be like, who's working? Who can we call? And like other floors would call my floor and ask for me to come start their IV. Like I was that person. I'm not bragging, but I mean, it's the truth. And it's ironic because I didn't want to learn the skill because I was so afraid I'd be bad at it. We doubt ourselves so much. We down talk ourselves. We doubt ourselves. And the whole time, we should really, and by we I mean I, but I'm sure some of you have the same problem, I should really start having a little bit more faith in myself, right? And so maybe I'll be okay at it. We'll see. I'm kind of excited to try. I get too in my head about it. It's supposed to just be fun, but this is where the shadow side comes in of my personality, because when I'm in shadow and I'm not just going with the flow, when I'm in shadow, I tend to be a perfectionist. I know what I want, I know what I like. I might not always be able to articulate what it is that I like or why I like it, but I know what I like and I know what I want, and I'm not stopping until it is exactly that. Now, when I'm not in my shadow side, when I'm in the light, yeah, I can be a little more sloppy. I'm just like, it's good enough. And so I send out some things that are good enough. They're good enough and they serve a purpose. But I can tell whenever I'm in that shadow because I tend to procrastinate until I know it can be perfect. So today I'll try to be in the light. That's the goal. I also need to pack my hospital bag today because my Amelia is going to be giving birth anytime. She's not due for 12 more days, but every day she's getting more and more miserable, having more and more symptoms of labor. She's getting close, and this is her second baby, so I'm not sure that she'll make it all the way to her due date, but you never know. But she wants me to keep Henry, but she wants him, this isn't gonna be fun for me, but she wants him at the hospital most of the time. She's like, I've never left him anywhere. I always have him with me. He's never been away from me. I don't stop being Henry's mom just because I'm in labor with another baby. So I want him there with me, but you have to be there to take care of him. And I'm like, this is your one time you get to like focus on yourself and what you need. She's like, I want him there. That's what I need. I get it on one hand, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. I'm not sure if once that labor is actually rolling hard, if she's actually gonna want a toddler climbing on her. So we're gonna play it her way. We're gonna give Mama what Mama wants, and that's okay. But I anticipate her needs might change as we go through the process. So we're gonna play it by ear, but just in case I'm at the hospital for quite a while, I wanna pack a little bag and have it ready to roll. And I don't know, I might take my iPad or something for Henry to watch, because he's a very energetic, curious little boy. He's not quite 2. He'll be 2 on August 6th. So he's not quite 2, but almost. So to rein him in inside of a hospital room where they have all kinds of delivery equipment and the bassinet and all these kind of things, like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Sarcasm. I want her to have a good experience more than anything. Oh, we went and took her maternity photos, her pregnancy pics the other day. Took her to the beach. Well, they took me, I rode with them. We went to the beach and took some photos there. And they turned out really pretty. They turned out great. Henry was terrified of the beach. At first he like reached down and touched the sand, like, what is this? And then he was like, no. He wanted held the whole time. They tried to put him down and put his feet in the water, and he just would hold his feet up like, He wanted no part of it. And he likes taking baths, so I'm not sure why he was so scared, but he wanted nothing. He's like, that is a big old nope from me. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. No. So anyways, I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm gonna tidy up my house, and I'll catch you on the other side. Let's make some breakfast. I have one of those little sandwich makers that makes like an egg McMuffin, and I think that's what we're gonna do today. I'm getting hungry, so let's make some breakfast. These sourdough English muffins, oh my god, they're so good, and they crisp up so nicely when you cook them. Should have gotten this out before I grabbed the egg. So I have this plugged in and heating up. I'm just waiting for it to heat up right now. The green light's on, so we're ready to roll. These things are great. So in the bottom, you want to spray everything with Pam really good. You put the bottom of your English muffin, and I'm putting a sausage patty. And then you want to put your egg. I like to break up my yolk. Okay, let me wash my hands.
little salt and pepper. And then I'm going to put some pepper jack. I normally like to stick a little feta in there as well, but that's okay. Not today. And then put the top. Close it, and I'm going to cook it for about 4 minutes. Okay, so now you just pull this lever and like pull this plate out, and it just collapsed all of it down onto itself to make a sandwich. There you go. Yummy.
On the road, headed back to New Orleans, driving in the country past old-timey scenes. Big birds were singing in the tall willow trees, mighty fine. 3 words written on a paper bag. I miss you was written in a message in black, thrown in a van 2,000 miles back, a better time. And how many souls and times that I've told, places that I'd wanna be, and how many days when I could have stayed, instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line. Long coat, walking on a New York street, a pack of crushed cigarettes that fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet, but that's the truth. And 2 pictures buried in a guitar case, underneath the music sheets all over the place. I caught a glimpse of the sweetest girl's face I ever knew. And how many souls and times that I've told, of places that I'd like to be. And how many days when I could have stayed, instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line. And all the days from now to then, if they never seem to come or to go, will find me in your memories.
All right, you guys, I think I've done enough to be satisfied today. Things feel lighter and they smell good, and I didn't go all nitty-gritty deep cleaning, but like I'm okay. I'm satisfied. So I am going to enjoy the rest of my day. I think I'm gonna make an iced coffee and sit down and edit for a little while and do whatever else comes to mind. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and let me know in the comments what you're up to this weekend. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. All right, you guys, until next time.